and I want you to be sincere. Okay. Now,
Okay.
is this something that you really want to come out of, or you think from
I
time to
do.
time you enjoy doing it?
No, I do. It's embarrassing. It's the guilt that comes with it. Anytime I touch myself, it's because there are days that I commit myself, read my Bible, try to do things as I think it will help. But immediately I fall into that. It's like I've gone back to where I was. If I've been constantly praying or reading my Bible for, let's say, a month, immediately I touch myself, like everything collapses.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Gideon, and welcome to Addictions. On this podcast platform, we share messages and some of the struggles of some of these youth who are going through various addictions. It could be sexual addiction, it could be financial addiction, it could be gambling, it could be drunkenness, it could be anything. But ask yourself, do we really have people we can confide in and talk to when we go through such challenges? Do you know of anybody you can go to and tell them about those problems so they can help you out of it? And so what this platform does is to create the opportunity for people to share. And what we do is that all those people who come our way to share their story are censored. Their names don't come out. It is done in confidence. And then they share their story with us, so we know some of the challenges that people are going through. People are really suffering. And some people need people to talk to. And so we want you to join us as we call our sister into the platform so that she can share her story. And so let's call our sister. Just hang in there as we call our sister.
Mm,
Hello, my beautiful sister. How you doing?
I'm fine, Pastor. I hope you're also fine.
I'm also doing great. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I know wherever you are calling us from, it might be dark out there. And thank you so much
Yeah,
for accepting to do this.
you're welcome.
All right. So let's begin by share a little bit about yourself. Tell us about where you grew up. Not don't give us names, but the background. Were you born in a Christian family? Were you born?
Well,
How did your birth come about?
okay, I was born to a single mother,
Okay.
a Christian.
Okay.
I'm the last of two girls. Mm, my mom raised the two of us by herself, including my cousin. So we live in a very small community. We didn't have much though. We were living basically from hand to mouth.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. So when you grew up going to school, which I don't want you to mention too, but what are some of the jobs that you have done growing up? What are some of the jobs that you have taken on when you're growing up?
I started selling, I think at the age of 12. My grandma used to sell yam, so we used to go to the market with her and sell while I was still in school from JHS. I started selling yam. Then when I was in JHS 3, about to write my exam, my mom fell sick, so I had to start paying my fees all by myself. So since then, I've worked. So where I am now, I sold yam. I sold a few things in the market. Then later after high school, I got a job as a basic school teacher in a private school where I worked till I went to college.
Mm.
And I went to, I did a distance course. So
Okay.
I was basically working on the weekdays and going to school during the weekends. So I used to work in a printing shop where I work from Monday to Friday and then go to school on Saturday and Sunday. That's after school I got posted to where I was working. And now I'm in the university now.
Oh wow. Okay. So now you are in the university.
Yeah.
What are you studying?
I'm studying English language education. I'm doing a degree in English language. So I basically have my diploma.
Okay.
certificate now. So after this course, I'll have a degree. And my diploma allows me to teach in a basic school. But when I get a degree, I'll be teaching in a high school.
In the high school. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. We thank God. Tell us a little bit about your hobbies. What are some of the things that you enjoy as your hobbies?
I like to sing. I listen to music a lot. I read. I like reading novels and then watching television.
Watching television. Okay. All right. Anyway, so let's dive into today's discussion. What we actually want to discuss. Growing up, can you walk us through how you actually got into what you are addicted to now? How it started? How did it? If you can cast your mind back, how did it even start in the first place? Where did you think it started from? If you can walk us through from the beginning.
As I said, I grew up with a single mother, and when we didn't have much, so my mom at a point had to sell most of our home appliances, like our television, fridges, and stuff, to take care of the home. So we had only one radio, and my mom used to listen to the 6 o'clock news. So we had only one radio in the house, and it got spoiled at a point. And then my mom gave it to a repairer who was close to our house. So I think I was around 12 years. So one afternoon, she asked me to go for the radio because it had been a long time since the guy promised to bring it. But he was not bringing it, so she asked me to go for it. So the guy was working in a shop which had some porch where he sits with the other gadgets inside. So he had covered the porch with some fabrics. So when I got close to the place, I heard some noises like moans from women. I didn't know what it was because I was very naive at that time. So I just entered, and the guy didn't see me coming. So that hot afternoon, he was watching pornography in his shop. And I didn't know what it was, so I just entered to go in. So when I entered, his back was facing me. So I just saw whatever was there. I got the shock of my life that day. So when he saw me, he turned off the television and he asked me what I wanted. I told him I was coming for the radio. Then he gave it to me and I got home. That was my first experience with seeing pornography. But then when I completed high school, I was in the boarding house. So I came home and we were living with a girl who was much younger than me, but she was into sex. She had boyfriends another time. And I've had my only sister get pregnant at the age of 15. So I was scared because of the hardship she had to endure during her birth and those things. I was scared of having a boyfriend at that time. So I didn't engage myself in any relationship, even in senior high school. So I came home one day and the girl who lives next door, her boyfriend had bought a pornographic CD. And because she lives with her mom and the mother would see the CD, she gave it to my cousin and the cousin brought it to my mom's room. So that time my sister had bought this small 14-inch television with the DVD side, which was part of the television. So out of curiosity, I was alone one day and I just went and took this. I was looking for movies to watch. I just took the CD and slotted it into the drive. And that's when everything started.
Okay, so to cut you right there, so we'll say that because you were exposed, you got exposed by the first experience, by what you saw when you went to the shop, and then by some coincidence, your friends brought these CDs into the room, and when you were alone, out of curiosity, which is something that I want listeners to take note. People tend to endanger themselves or get ourselves into some of these things out of curiosity. We want to know what it is. We want to know how it feels. We want to know how it looks like. Forgetting that some of these things have daring consequences on us. And these things will last with us and it will be very difficult to break. So two things that comes to light from what you have shared so far. One was your exposure, meaning that if you were not exposed in the first place, if you had not seen it in the first place, then you would have been safe, And the second thing that I take from, again, what you've shared so far is curiosity. The things that we are curious about. Anyway, continue. So when you watch that that day, then what happened?
So my addiction with masturbation, I don't really recall if it started from there, but my addiction to porn started from that. So I completed. I saw that video when I had completed high school. So a few months later, I got a job and I had my first boyfriend. Unfortunately, he was a sex addict and was an addict to porn too. So most of the time when I go to visit him, he would play porn on his computer for us to watch. So it became a normal thing. Like I'll go to him, we watch movies and we just play porn and then what will happen next will happen. So it became a normal thing. Then I wasn't using a mobile phone. So when I got a mobile phone, I started searching for sites to watch those kind of stuff. And I just slipped into it from there.
Okay, so now we've looked at exposure. You were exposed. Now you got curious. And then when you got your first job, now a boyfriend comes in. And then once you got a boyfriend, unfortunately, he's also a sex addict. And so once you go and visit him, he just lets in the CD or you guys watch on the laptop. And then whatever will happen will happen. So you guys started having sex and it became a normal thing to you. You didn't have a phone at that time. And then so when you got the phone, you started watching it on your phone. Now, how did the masturbation become an addiction? Is it because of your excessive watching or because the boyfriend that came in also gave you that experience? How did the masturbation become an addiction?
I don't think if I'm being too raw here, but while I was with him, he would sometimes make me touch myself while he watches me.
Oh, okay.
He would sometimes make me touch myself. And he was an older guy at that time. He was about 6 years older than me. So like, he would make me touch myself while he watches me. So it started from there.
Wow. So I remember the other time when we had a conversation, you shared the fact that this is not something that you can boldly say that you are completely free from it. Is that still the case?
I think from the last time I spoke to you, I haven't, even though I've had the edge, especially when I watch movies. I like to watch movies. I told you that, and I like to watch movies and read a lot. So when I'm reading or watching a movie and there's anything sexual, it triggers me. It's like a matches. It just triggers me. So the last time I spoke to you, and it's like, remember we spoke of finding ways to fix things. So honestly, anytime I get the edge, I think of the shame of having to call you and tell you I've had to do it again. Honestly, so it's been very helpful because the shame about the fact that I have to call you and say, Pastor, it happened again. And it's not easy. It's not easy. There are days I feel so bad.
Right.
So I told you I switched from reading my novels to listening to audio novels, which don't have much of those things in.
All right. So if what do you think you need now? You see, as a person, I mean, as a minister, I mean, we can advise, using the word of God. We'll pray and all of that. That is there. But for you as a person, what do you think in your mind you would need, or what do you think can help you come out of this?
To be honest,
but hold on. Even before that, let me ask this question first, and I want you to be sincere. Okay. Now, is this something that you really want to come out of, or you think from time to time you enjoy doing it?
No, I do. It's embarrassing. It's the guilt that comes with it. Anytime I touch myself, it's because there are days that I commit myself, read my Bible, try to do things as I think it will help, but immediately I fall into that. It's like I've gone back to where I was if I've been constantly praying or reading my Bible for, let's say, a month, immediately I touch myself, like everything collapses. So it has been a problem for me when it comes to my relationship with God. It's because anytime I do this, then I feel like I'm failed, and I don't want to even pray because I feel like I don't deserve to like stand before God and pray or anything.
Right.
So it has affected my Christian life. I don't do much of prayers and everything when this thing is constant.
Okay.
I don't do much of prayers, reading my Bible and stuff.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. So basically, what we are trying to do on this program is to try to get an understanding and of why people do the things they do, and the help that we can offer, even as ministers, understanding that these things are real and they are happening. Because if you are in my church and you are sitting down, until the Lord opened my eyes by word of knowledge or by some revelation to see what is actually going on in your life, or perhaps through discernment, we will be sitting down in the church, we'll come, we'll dance, we will give offerings, we'll do everything, and you go back home carrying the same burden and doing the things you are doing over and over again. Whilst as ministers or as men of God or as elders, deacon and deaconesses will be in the church and we are teaching about Abraham and the Peter and the Isaac, but these are the real issues that are on ground. Yeah, so I just want to thank you so much for sharing a bit of your story with us. I'm really, really grateful. I know it is hard, for someone to even come out of themselves. And this shows that you really want to be free. You really want to be free. And so we want to encourage all our listeners. And I know that we have a team of prayer warriors who will be praying with you and will be checking up on you, just like we had a conversation, making sure that God, who is able to deliver, will deliver you so that you'll be free. Because one of the things that happens is that these things open the doors for the enemy to intrude in your life. Just like you rightly said, not only does this destroy your relationship with God, but it affects everything around you, even your marriage. Because you go into marriage and you can still not, your husband cannot even satisfy you because you might find other ways to satisfy yourself. So this is a very broad issue and very delicate that we will delve into. The prayer warriors are on standby. We'll share the story with them, and then they will pray. We'll pray, mention your name. We know your name. I know your name, at least. I know your name. And so we'll be praying with your name, and then, but they don't know you. I'm the only person who knows you. So everything we are doing is in confidence. And I'm looking forward that God, who is able to deliver, will help you come out of it. What will be your final words and your advice to all those who are listening to you? What do you want to tell the youth, your brothers and your sisters who are listening to you, going through this problem or feel they are enjoying, going through this, and others who are also struggling with any form of addictions? What advice and prayer do you have for them?
I'd like to say one thing before I say anything.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'd like to tell you that this thing, I feel like it's very spiritual. There's a spiritual side of it, because I remember some time ago, I was trying so much. I was praying. There are moments I cry and ask God to just get this edge out of me. So I slept and I had a dream. I was having a sexual intimacy with somebody. Then immediately I got out of the dream. I got the edge. Like, it was like I've been possessed. I had to touch myself, because if I don't, I won't be okay. Immediately I got up from the dream. I got up from the dream. I had to touch myself, and after I did it, I was okay. And what I would say to my brothers and sisters going through this thing, you really have to rely on God. Because these things that I've told you, like, since you spoke, I've tried, because of the shame that comes with it. I try my best. Anytime I get this edge, I think of what you said. But there are days I pray. I pray. When I get the edge, I pray, God, please, don't let me do this. Don't let me do this. Don't let me do this. So I'm an indoor person, and the fact that I stay indoors so much is also a problem.
Right.
So now I started coming out and conversing with my neighbors and all those things. So I would tell my brothers and sisters that God can fix this, even though it might be difficult. Those of us who are into this thing know that it's very difficult. It's very difficult. God can fix this, and we need a lot of self-control too. We need a lot of self-control. We have to find ways to distract ourselves. Sometimes it's not easy.
Yeah.
But me, for instance, coming out to speak to my neighbors is something I don't do. I like to have my own privacy. So coming out to speak to my neighbors and sit outside and talk to them, it's not easy, but I think I do this just so that I won't be alone and get tempted to do those things. And just as I try to get certain things which becomes an attraction for me to do those things out of my life, I hope everybody try to identify those things that get you to do it and then you get it out of your life. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so much, my sister. I think they are very, very important things that you have mentioned so far. You've talked about exposure. We've talked about curiosity. We talked about the relationship, unhealthy relationships that we find ourselves in. Imagine if your boyfriend was a Christian and understood chastity before marriage. I don't think he will be someone who would want to watch you touch yourself and watch porn with you and all of those things. So the company that we keep, very, very important. And if you feel that you have such problems, being indoors alone can even trigger, because your mind, you have your privacy, you are alone, you'll be doing everything. So associate yourself with good company and be resolute. Be resolute. Yeah, let's keep praying, and I believe that God, in His infinite wisdom, will sincerely touch you. Thank you so much. And then we'll be following up. Even after this, we'll be following up, and then we'll be praying with you, and then we'll see what God will do. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, my listeners. So this is what we have. These are some of the challenges that our people, our youth are going through. And we need to pray. We need to pray. These things are real. They are happening in our churches. Thank you so much for joining me. And my team and I will be praying for her. And we know that this is going to be a testimony that God will deliver her from. This is going to be a testimony. We have some ministers on standby. If this program has touched you and you are also going through some form of addictions you want to share with us, please let us know. Thank you so much for joining Addiction today, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much. And we'll come your way again. Thank you. God bless you, and we'll see you again. My name is always Gideon, your servant. God bless you. Bye-bye.